we're going to be using camera traps to monitor the behaviour and populations of the common wombat. Camera trapping is a reliable and non-invasive method of monitoring fauna. The camera we're using today is a Reconyx HC550 Hyperfire white flash. However, ideally to monitor behaviour you'd use an infrared camera because they do not emit a flash and therefore do not startle the animal. The camera should be positioned 20 to 50 centimetres off the ground because a wombat is relatively short with a height of around 35 centimetres. We want the target area to be the chest height of the animal, which is approximately 25 centimetres. Wombats also do most of their action on the ground, burrowing and eating, so this is an ideal location to capture most of the action. To position the camera this way, we're going to tie it to a tree. In other circumstances, you could use a star picket or a tripod, whatever else is around you. When choosing a mounting point, it is important to locate where the sun rises and sets to avoid glare on the images in case the sun is shining directly on the lens. It's also important to ensure there is no vegetation, which we haven't got here. I've chosen a good spot, which might be covering the lens and then disturb the picture. Another aspect to look out for is to make sure that the white light monitor is not covered, otherwise it will cause a flash throughout the day and then the images will not be able to be read. So we're going to tie the camera to the tree in the position that we want it using this stretchy strap. And we can tighten it and then lock it in place. Approximately 20 centimetres off the ground, and we want it angled slightly downwards, and we can use anything around you, a stick, or you can bring something with you. In this case we're going to use a stick. So it's pointing about 20 centimetres high and angled slightly downwards. Now we're going to change all the settings to make sure it's specific for this animal. Okay, now we'll turn the camera on, let it check the card, and then we can change the settings in change setup, advanced settings, trigger settings. We want the motion sensor to be turned on so that when something walks in front of it, an image is actually captured. Okay. We want sensitivity to be set to medium because a wombat is a relatively large animal. You don't need high sensitivities for small animals such as Dunarts. We want 5 pictures per trigger. We want as many pictures as we can get. We want it to be on a 1 second interval between photos because wombats are relatively slow moving. And we want no delay for the quiet period because we don't want to miss any action. The next setup we'll change is time lapse. We want both AM and PM periods to be switched off, otherwise it won't take photos in both, it'll only take one or the other. And wombats can be crepuscular, so they're active at night, dawn and dusk. The next setup we'll change is resolution. We'll select 3.1 megapixels because it is ideal for night modes and wombats are primarily nocturnal. Next we're going to change the night mode. And we want it to be set to balanced because balance is the best combination of image quality, shutter speed and flash range, which is ideal for nighttime. If you have it on a high quality, then the shutter won't be as fast and the image will be blurry. If you have it on fast speed, fast shutter, it won't be a very high quality image. Next we're going to make sure that the date and time and temperature are all correct. The date is 2015, the 1st to the 4th, correct, and the temperature is in Celsius. Okay, we're ready to go. Now that the camera is set up ideally to our animal, we're going to arm the camera and do a walk test and make sure that the detection zone and target area are exactly where we want it. So I'm simply going to walk in front of it and capture a few of my own images. Now that we've done that, we can take out the SD card, plug it into a laptop and make sure that we've got all the images correct. Now that we've plugged the SD card in, we can check the images and you can see that it's captured 3 images right at the detection zone.